Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Mark Boscarado. Welcome here to tonight's webinar. Now, we're going to be talking about the INFINii business and actually how to get it going. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to be straight out with everyone here because this is it's a teaching and training call today. I'm going to show you today how we can actually make $1 million a year out of this business. I know it sounds crazy, but it's very, very possible, and we can make a lot more for the people who want to make a lot more. But if you're here for the first time, you listen to this, and $1 million a year scares you, fear not, because this business here we have an opportunity for anybody who wants to make a couple $100 a week to a couple of $100,000 a week. That's brilliant. But I'm going to just go through some basics here because there could be some people here for the first time or just having a look at this maybe the second time. But I'm just going to go through some basics here. Well, what we're going to be covering tonight, folks, is actually how to take advantage of this compensation plan here. Okay, and this is what we call a uni-level hybrid binary compensation plan. And the key here is to create a massive organization around the world via technology and a duplication principle, which we're going to be covering some of these principles moving forward. But let's just recap on actually what's happening here. A revolution is happening, and it's driven by technology, and it affects everybody. Now, I'm going to show you how we can use technology to create wealth in the e-commerce industry. I'm also going to show you how we can use technology to build our e-commerce businesses globally. So it's and relax, folks, because it's going to be a very, very simple business to build, in my opinion. But let's just have a look first on the space that we're operating in. What we're doing is we're operating in the e-commerce world, and just in 2014 alone, there was $11 trillion that was done business through e-commerce. Now, if you look at the left-hand side here, there's challenges with traditional retailing, like Sears and Target. There's a lot of these big companies and also small retailers around the world that are not as profitable as what they were because of technology. So companies cannot compete with online prices, and what we're seeing is a massive trend that people are shopping online. Okay, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger. Now, this is how we can take advantage of this, and this is why I opened up in the call today how we can make $1 million a year out of this business. Now, once again, if that scares you, don't worry about it. Okay, start off small, because if you can make $100 a week, you can make 200, then 400, and 800, and 1,000, 5, 10,000, etc. Okay, so it's a learn as you go. But I want to put this slide up here, because the INFINii sister company called DS, they turned over $2 billion in from September 2013. So within just over 2 years, folks, this company did $2 billion with just normal folks or normal people around the world, mainly in America, and who learned how to trade on eBay, Amazon, and different other e-commerce sites. And believe me, folks, a lot of these people had no idea to do this. They just plugged themselves into the system. They wanted a home-based business. They had a desire to succeed, and a lot of these people made a lot of money. And the commissions that were paid out via this system was $380 million in commissions to a lot of these people. Now, if you see some of these checks, folks, some of these people here are making $97,000. Some of them made $100,000. Some of them made $250,000. Some people made $400,000, $500,000. There's one guy that made over $800,000 in 2 years with part-time with this business here. Okay. Now, with INFINii, it is a model that we can accelerate that wealth creation process. But this is how these guys did, and we can always learn to do what these guys did too. I mean, I'm going to learn. Why not? It's something new to me. As a matter of fact, I heard about this company about a year ago, 8 months to maybe a year ago, but I never thought it was for me because I just didn't understand e-commerce or eBay and so forth. I didn't even have an eBay account. But today it doesn't matter because there's millions of people around the world that do buy and sell and eBay, Amazon, and so forth. But look how these guys did it, folks, and we can learn to do the same thing if we want to. Now, Rachel, what she did, she bought a cookware set on eBay. She was looking for a cookware set and found this cookware set, and she was happy to purchase it. But Steve was the seller. He made money by selling high and then buying low. Now, Rachel purchased the cookware set for $114. Steve sourced the cookware set for $68.60, and he made a profit of just over $46. But the thing is, folks, Steve didn't even see the cookware set. He didn't handle the cookware set. It didn't get delivered to his place, and he had to ship it over to Rachel's place. What he did, he just used the INFINii platform to insert himself into the supply chain process. And folks, that's what we're talking about with INFINii, with the platforms also. But there's a lot of different aspects or wealth creation aspects to the INFINii business. Now, welcome to INFINii Suite of e-commerce platforms. Now, this here, folks, is how we can get involved with INFINii, okay, and and this is more or less an automated process. So, once again, folks, what I'm showing you here is how to make $1 million. All right, you simply invest $49.95 a month. Let's just round it off to $50 a month. It's $9.95 monthly partner fees, and it's got a 50 business volume. Now, this gives us access to 15 Springboard products that we can purchase. Now, what that means is that we can purchase in the back office here via a catalog of 15 different items. We can purchase those. The company gets them at wholesale, and they ship them out for us to Amazon or eBay, after people take the fees, we're left with the profits. And generally speaking, could be profits of 20%, up to 100, up to 200% profit. Now, the second level here is the surge level. And I'm going to run through this quickly because this is not what this seminar is all about. But I just want to give you an idea of how this works. Now, the surge level is we can invest $150 a month, $9.95 monthly partner fees, but this creates 150 business volume. Okay, now business volume is how you're going to make that $1 million a year. Okay, now that gives us access to 30 products at a time, and it gives us all these different features and benefits that will be plugged in 2016. Now, the Excel product range will cost $400 a month. Now, these figures, folks, are all US, but that gives you $9.90, and it's also $9.95 monthly partner fees, and it creates 400 points worth of business volume. Now, at this level here, you can purchase up to 60 products at a time in the Springboard back office, and you'll have a choice for all these different products, all these different platforms that you can purchase the products, have them shipped to your place, and then you can sell them on eBay or whatever platforms you choose. Or you click the Manage Item button, and the company will manage everything for you, where you don't have to see the products. You just pick the products you want to purchase at wholesale, and the company will ship them over to Amazon, etc. And when they sell, you make the profit. Now, that's the bottom line to the Springboard product or the Springboard income producing system. And there's a few other systems that we can generate incomes with. But now what I'm going to do, folks, is I want to dissect how we can create wealth through this, because I've just explained very quickly and briefly how the e-commerce business works. And folks, you can learn as you go, because once you purchase one of these platforms, you decide to get involved, there's a whole lot of videos and tutorials there that we can learn how to build a business. What I want to do tonight is go through in depth and show you how you can create an income of anywhere between, as I said, $100 a week, $200 a week, all the way up to 100,000 plus per week. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. Okay, but that's the beauty about this business. We have a system and an opportunity for everybody. The people who think big, the massive entrepreneurs, and also people who just want to supplement their income, make a couple of $100 here, a couple of $100 there, and they're happy too. Okay, but the key here, what we're going to do is going to be using this dual team hybrid uni-level plan. Now the goal here is, there's you. What we want to do is we want to build massive organizations around the world. You want to literally have thousands of people in your organization. Do you have to take on thousands of people? Do you have to work with thousands of people? Of course not. We have systems in place that we can do that. But I'm going to talk to you tonight, and I'm going to dissect this plan, and I'm going to give you a track to run on and show you actually how to build and construct these systems. Okay. Now I'm going to cover the binary, and I'm going to cover the hybrid or the uni level here. Sorry. And this uni level, you get paid one commission structure, which will be the biggest. And this one here, you're going to get paid a different commission structure, which is still massive too. But the big dollars is in number 2 here, okay? But you build both of them at a time, and what happens is 1 and 2 form together. Okay, so let's have a look. Now, everything that we do revolves around business volume, okay? So what you want to do is you want to, and I'm going to make the assumption that everybody in this on this webinar here today is interested in creating an abundance of wealth for yourself. I mean, why not? It's 8:30 tonight, so I congratulate you all on being here. So you're obviously keen to create wealth for yourself and learn how you can set up your own e-commerce business. Now, when you get involved, you pick a platform: Prime, Surge, and Excel. Now, what we want to promote, okay, is for those who can afford to, you've got to come in at your own level, what you can afford to. This is the $50 level a month, and this is $150 a month, this is a $400 a month. Each of these give you different benefits. Okay, now you can start at the Prime level if you can't afford the 150 or the 400, and you can always work your way up. But generally speaking, the masses will come in at the Surge level, in my opinion. And that's about 150 US, could be just under $200 a month Australian. Now, our goal is to help everybody who comes in here is to cover their costs. So we want to become as profitable as quickly as possible. So you can then upgrade to the Excel level. Okay, so we want to start at whatever level there, but at the end goal, we all have to get to the Excel level if you want to make the big dollars. Okay, and I'll explain why. Now, this is how this works. Everything that happens in this business here, we create a left team of thousands of people around the world buying and selling on eBay and e-commerce sites, etc., and a right organization, a right team of people buying and selling on different platforms around the world. Now, any time that people purchase the platform fees and other activities creates business volume. Whenever there's business done in the e-commerce retail sales within our ecosystem here, it creates business volume. Whenever there's purchases in the marketplace, it creates business volume. Digital products and services exchange, once again, creates business volume. Vendors and supplier referrals, once again, when people are purchasing any of these products around the world, it creates business volume. Now, you want the end goal here, folks, is to have as much as business volume traveling through your organization as possible over the next year or two and in the future. But I'm going to teach you how we construct these organizations and how you can literally have millions of dollars going through your particular business around the world. So let's move on. Now, there's actually 6 ways to make money. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the first way is if you introduce people into this platform here, into this system, you will get a 15% bonus on whatever platform these people purchase, your potential partners purchase. And it's just the company saying, well, thank you for introducing more entrepreneurs into the system. We're going to give you a once-off bonus. So in this case here, if a person decides to purchase the Excel level, they're going to get $60. Now you can register 10 people, and there's $600 US that you'll get, or you can register 100 people. There's that's $600 you get, or 6,000, whatever the case is there. Okay, so now let's have a look at income number 2. It's a beginner bonus. If you simply introduce 2 entrepreneurs or 2 people who are looking to increase wealth for themselves and their families, you put one on the left team, one on the right team, and the company will then give you a bonus of up to $1,800, not straight away, but that is given over a period of time. It could be $70 one week, $80 the next week, etc., until you get that $1,800. Okay, now let's get into the nuts and bolts and actually how to get this business going. Another way to create income or wealth through this system here is the dual team binary income. Okay, which is a huge income, but it's not the biggest income. Now, what happens here, folks, is you can be making in excess of 50, well, actually, not in excess, it'll max out at $50,000 per week. You can set yourself a target for 2, 3, 5 years to achieve this goal. But if you want to do that, folks, and once again, $50,000 a week or $100 a week, you do the same thing, but you don't have to you don't have to do what I'm about to tell you for $100 a week. But for $50,000 a week, you might have to do this. But the goal is to register or introduce 20 entrepreneurs on your left team and 20 entrepreneurs on your right team over the next 12 to 18 months or less. Now, we're going to give you specific coaching and guidance if you'll need to register 40 people. But the reason why you want to introduce 40 people into this system over a period of time, because it's 100% predictable that the numbers work. It's mathematics. It's all a numbers game, folks. There are literally hundreds of millions of people around the world today, literally hundreds of millions of people around the world today that are praying or looking for an opportunity that they can work from home or just supplement their income or make a couple $100 here and there. Other people are looking to get out of their 9 to 5, get out of the 9 to 5 rut race and find a home-based business for themselves. And guess what, folks? We've got the perfect business. So if you, over time, register 20 people on the left and 20 people on the right, what happens there is, out of the 20 people on the left side, you're going to have, say, 10 to 12 people that'll be active. They'll do something. You're going to have 6 to 8 of those people that'll be long-term. Okay, you're going to find 3 to 4 people that are ready to go now, and they're going to say, Mark or John or Sally or whoever, I want to do this now. This is what I've been looking for. Let's go for it. And then you're going to get that one hotshot that's going to say, get out of my way. You're moving too slow. Okay, and they're going to do it with or without you. Okay, so that's why it's a numbers game. Now, in saying that, you might be lucky, and you might find that one hotshot that you put on your left. And you might find that one hot shot that you might put on your right, and they'll say, hey, Mark, get out of my way, okay, because I'm just going full steam ahead with this. I've got some big goals. Now, good luck to you if you do that. But a great goal, folks, once again, is 2020. Have a 2020 vision and help 20 people on the left, 20 people on the right. And as I said, specific coaching could apply regarding this goal, because you might have some really good people, then you might only need to register 4 or 5 people, or 10 or 12. Okay, so I want to make that clear, folks. But a great goal over the next, over the next 2 weeks would be to at least register at least 2 to 4 people before the end of the month. That'll be a great goal. Okay, and in January, hit the ground running in January, and maybe introduce another 4 to 5 people. And then so over time, slowly but surely. Now, folks, some of you here on this webinar go, wow, I don't even know 40 people. Well, yes, you do. Because by the time, take from me, where you're going to be in 6 months' time mentally from where you are today, if you stay plugged into our system here, okay, you'll be thinking totally different. I'm going to show you something towards the end that will help you understand what I'm talking about. And it's very, very powerful. Okay, now, what we're doing here, folks, is we're building a dual team structure here. So we're going to build that left team and right team. Now, if you see on the left-hand side here, you've got a dual team, and it generates 10% commission to 15 and 20%, depending on the business volume that's turning over in your particular system. Now, at the lower levels, okay, you're going to get 10%, which is fantastic. A lot of companies just give you 10%, and this is why I believe the INFINii model and company is just outstanding, okay? And it's going to attract literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people around the world. Now, here we have at 10%, you get at these different ranks here. Our goal is to help you climb these ranks as quickly as possible. Then if you look at the next rank, the next section of ranks is the director levels. So the 10% is at the manager level. The 15% is at the director level. Now, we want to get to this director level in 90 days or less. The countdown hasn't started yet. Okay, the company is going to let us know when the countdown for this 90-day run or this 90-day game plan for director will start. So that's why it's a great idea now to start building a foundation. Because if you put a lot of people in now, okay, by the time the company starts the clock ticking, okay, you already got a head start. Okay, now at these levels here, folks, you're going to be able to create some outstanding incomes where if you want to, you're going to be able to have a choice to retire from your 9 to 5 job and become a full-time entrepreneur or part-time full-time entrepreneur. Okay, and you'll be making incomes of anywhere between $3,000 to $4,000 plus per week at these levels. Okay, now, how do we do this? Well, once again, we want to find, remember the 20 people left and right? Okay, we want to take on 15, we want to take on 20 people on the left and 20 people on the right. Now, what happens here is these people are producing volume. Okay, and as more people are getting involved here, it's producing more volume, more business volume, and you're going to get paid 10% on this, on the business, on the side, the left leg or right side that does the least volume. I'll run through this very quickly. Okay, now as more people are getting involved, there's more business volume coming in, and because there's more business volume coming in, you've now jumped into the 15% bracket. You will get paid 15% on the side that does the least volume. Well, 28,000 is less than 39, and this is all computerized, by the way. So now you're going to be making $4,200 per week. Now, folks, a lot of you are going to be making this in 6 months or less. Okay, I truly believe it. 2016 is just going to be a dynamic year to build this, especially in the first quarter of 2016. You want to hit the ground running with this. Believe me when I tell you this. You want to hit the ground running in January. You want to start doing some things now. Let's have the holiday, festive season, Christmas celebrations, and so forth. But you want to hit the ground running in January because the clock could start ticking in January, or they might even start ticking, very soon. And it's a 90-day game plan to reach this level. Now, the reason why you want to get 90 days at the director level is because you're going to get a $20,000 bonus, which I'll cover in a moment. Now, as more people are getting in, it generates more business volume. Now, what I want to show you here, folks, is this is very important because this business volume is going to come from all over the world. As long as it's within your organization here, you're going to get paid at this point now 20%. Because your bonus, your income, your business volume has increased because people are purchasing products and selling products on eBay, Amazon, using the platforms, and all the other features and benefits are going to happen with this particular business in 2016. Now, you now got 20%. In this example, you've got $19,600 worth of income coming in, and that's US, folks. Now, what I want to show you here is I want to just stay on this slide here, because this is the binary plan, because I want to cover in a little bit of depth the uni level structure where the real dollars are. Okay, now when you are registering people into this business, okay, what you want to do is, as I said before, you want to bring people in, and those people that you bring in have to go on the extreme outside left of your business and the extreme outside right of your business. Putting people here in the middle is what we call the no-go zone. You do not put people in here, because what you want to do is you want to keep building the depth. You want to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, putting in the next person, the next person, the next person on the outside left, and the next person on the outside right. These people here will be building their own left legs, and they're going to go deep, 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 deep. Okay, because I'm going to show you how to. I'm going to give you a formula that will show you if you drive these legs at a certain level, what sort of income could potentially come from that. Okay, now Pam has only sponsored or registered 4 people here, so you can see the people in green are the ones that Pam has registered, and she's learnt and she's she's familiar with the binary, so she now puts people on the outside of her left. Now, if Pam, because remember Pam's goal, she wants to make $1 million. So she wants to sponsor 20 people left and 20 people right over a period of 12 to 18 months. But let's just say she wants to put the third person in. She's going to put that third person in down the bottom of her left leg. Okay, and if she puts the fourth one in, she's going to put the fourth one down the bottom here. Okay, underneath the next available position. Now, what Sam's going to do is he's going to do the same thing, because Sam wants to make $1 million a year out of the business also. He's going to put 20 people left and 20 people right. Now, could you imagine if Pam's going to put 20 people on the left, then we teach Sue to put 20 people left, and all these people 20 on the left. This leg here could be 200 deep. Okay, and there's going to be business volume flowing all the way up to Sue. Does that mean Sue's going to get paid on it? No. Remember, Sue has only got a little right leg. Okay, So she gets paid. We'll get paid on the leg that does the least volume. But if Sue's got all this volume going in on the left, that means she's got one down, one leg down, and one to go. Okay, so in the beauty about this, folks, all you got to do is just build two businesses, a left business and a right business. So now Sue, she now starts putting a whole bunch of people here, and she might put some more people there. That's why specific coaching will be given to individuals, because Sue may not need to put 20 people on the left side, okay, because she's already got a whole bunch of people that she's already put in there. So, you know, etc. So Sue may have put maybe 10 people on the left, and she might want to put in, say, 15 or 20 on the right. So it's specific coaching to different individuals' businesses, because they're all going to be built the same, but they're all going to be different, because we're not robots. So, you know, we're putting people in here, so everyone's going to move at their own pace. Now, what happens here with this binary? As you keep putting people in on the left-hand side and putting people in on the right-hand side, Sam starts seeing all this volume coming in, and he's getting excited because you're driving it deep. Now, Sam starts putting people in on the right. So see what's happening here? The inside of Pam's business is being built. Now, what happens here is all these inside legs, this guy here might get in, and you don't even know him, right? But he's part of your personal enrollment tree. Because let's say he came from Mark, Mark sponsored this guy who sponsored this guy, and then this guy registered this guy. So it's all part of that family tree. This guy might come in, this is why this is so exciting. You don't even know this guy here. Let's call him Fred. So Fred gets in, and he's one of those, remember how I said if you personally sponsor 20 people on one side, 10 to 12 will be active, 6 to 8 will be long-termers, 3 to 4 ready to go now, but that one special hot shot will do it with or without you, okay? And that could be that hot shot. Now, guess what, folks? This guy here, who you don't even know, he might put in through his efforts and the system's efforts, 2,000 people in the organization here within a year. And all that business volume will be coming through your business. So you can see in this example here, you might have one leg that might be 1,455,000 business volume. And that might come from just this side here with all this volume here. And folks, this is going to go all around the world, because Pam starts in Australia, Mark's in Melbourne, Sue's in Adelaide, Kim's in Melbourne too, but this guy here could be in America, okay, and this guy here is in Europe. It just goes all over the place, because why? Technology, okay, and there's a saying that mice will roar. We mice can roar like the big entrepreneurs, like the Richard Bransons and all the rest of the big guns. Why? Because we're using technology. You can't beat technology, folks. If you've got a great technological system and you're following the trends, okay, anybody with a laptop today can create wealth if they have that desire. So this is the binary structure. Now, folks, the binary structure here maxes out at $50,000 a week, US, which is incredible income anyway. But guess what? That's not where the money is. Okay, I'll show you now where the big dollars are. And folks, you want to keep this nice and simple. Okay, you want to teach people a few basic steps, step 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, you just want to keep it very, very simple. You want to teach people, when they introduce people, make sure they put the people in on the outside left and the outside right. Simple as that. And what happens here is, remember 1, 2, 3, prime, surge, excel. People buy the platform. That creates business volume. When people are purchasing the products at wholesale and they get sold on Amazon, that person there keeps the difference between wholesale and retail. Okay, but it also creates business volume within the structure. When we have the marketplace products and services in the marketplace and people are purchasing those products throughout the world, that creates business volume. The key here is to learn how to build the organization, because the business volume will come if you build the organization, if you learn how to build the organization. And folks, it's not that difficult to build, especially today with technology. As I said, you can just sit on a beach with a laptop and you can build this business if you want to. Okay, it can be. That's why they call it, that's why we're called laptop millionaires once we get it all happening, because we can build it on our laptops or smartphones. Okay, now let's have a look how the big money is made and the security. Now this is the uni-level structure. Now remember Sam and Sue and Mark and Kim in your binary? Now we've just made this horizontal, okay? So what happens here is, and this is how you get this paid this 5%, and this is how you're going to be making a tremendous income also. Now Sam, we teach Sam the 2020 vision over the next 12 months to 18 months. Now Sam says, well, Mark, this is exciting, but what do I do? And here's all we do, folks. What I'm about to teach you is how you can make unlimited income for yourself and your family. And if you've got a pen and paper, you want to write this down. Step 1, we teach Sam to create a list of all the people he knows. So step 1, create a database. Now that database today can be a database of close friends, family, co-workers, people that you go to church with, people you play sports with, etc. You just want to put together a database of all the people you know, with hopefully naturally phone numbers and emails. Now also another database, you want to start local, okay, and then you want to start local, interstate, and international, because we want to spread this business all around the world. Now also what you have is, part of that database is a lot of us are on Facebook and LinkedIn, and some people have got 100 friends on Facebook to 1,000 friends on Facebook and beyond. Okay, and there's ways that you can talk to people on your social media pages, or your Facebook page, or your Facebook friends and LinkedIn, etc. And that's so powerful today, because if you've got friends in Europe or friends in Asia or friends in America, you can expand this to them. Okay, now, so step 1, create a database. Now, in this business, folks, we don't need much capital. The $50 a month or $150 a month or $400 a month, that's peanuts if you were going to cover those costs within 2 months or so, and then you're going to be making a tremendous income. So that's peanuts. If you were to start a traditional business, you'd probably need $50 to $100, $200,000, $500,000 in a traditional business. So the capital in a traditional business is cash. The capital in our business is the database. Okay, so if you've got a big database, you've got unlimited funds there. Okay, now you might be saying, well, Mark, I don't know people. Well, don't worry about it. You're going to meet people. Okay, you're going to meet people. There's people all around the world. Now, step 2 is you want to call these people or text them. Now, what do? We call these people to do what? Well, we want to call them to qualify them to see whether they're looking to create extra wealth for themselves, because not everyone is, and not everyone believes that they are the chosen ones that they can become wealthy. Okay, so you want to sponsor people at your ambition level and above. Okay, but I believe you give everybody a go, and you try to help as many people as you can. But it's not a charity, but you want to help as many people as you can, and let the system guide and encourage everyone. But at the end of the day, folks, it's a business, and everyone works for themselves. So that's why we're in business for ourselves, but we're not in business by ourselves, but we're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. So you're going to have a lot of help. So the key here is to call people or text them. Now, how do I call people? Now, if you want to write, you can write some of these tips down. The way that I sit down, I'll sit down, I'll call the people on my list, and I want to get my friends and family a shot at it first, okay, because I want to get them over and done with. Now, most of my family and friends, they wouldn't want to get involved with any of these businesses. They think differently, okay? But I still ask them, because when I'm making a fortune out of this, you know what it's like. If you make $1 million out of this venture, they'll always come back to you and say, well, why didn't you tell me? You know what I mean? So I'm going to make sure I'm going to tell them. So what I do, I'll simply call up my friend John. I'm going to say, hey, John, it's Mark here. How are you? How's the wife and kids? What I do is I get the small chit-chat over and done with. And then what I say is, hey, John, the reason why I'm calling you is I came across a great idea I want to run past you. It's a company called INFINii. Now, you can mention the company or not. It's a great company. It's in the e-commerce space, such as Amazon and eBay. Now, here's what I say. John, it's too detailed to explain over the phone, so what I want to do is I'm going to send you some information by video or text, and I'll get back to you tomorrow to see where you're at. Now, folks, that is worth $1 million. If you can understand that, and how to talk to people, to send them a video link, you can write your own pay packet. It's as simple as that. Because we don't want to explain this to people over the phone. What I want to do is I want to let the videos and the information explain it for me, because one, I don't know it all. And Sam, who's just brand new, he certainly doesn't know it all. But I can teach Sam this particular phone call. Hey, John, it's Mark here. Hi, how are you? How's the wife? How's the kids? Excellent, great. Listen, John, the reason why I'm calling you is, came across a great business idea. It's a company called INFINii. It's new. It's in the e-commerce industry, you know, such as eBay and Amazon. But look, it's too detailed to explain over the phone. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to send you an email, and it'll give you, it'll have a video attached to it. Check it out. I'll give you a call tomorrow. Is that fine? Now, John's going to say, well, that's cool, but expect this, folks, and this is where you have to have an answer. John's going to say, that's great, Mark, but what is it? Tell me more about it. You got me curious, buddy. What's it all about? Here's where you will either make a fortune or you'll be totally discouraged. If you try to explain this over the phone to John, who's your best mate, okay, it's not going to work. You're just going to confuse John. When John says, well, what's it all about, you simply deflect the question and you give this answer. You want to write this one down. Hey, John, look, it's too detailed to explain over the phone. All the information's in the video. I've got to go. I've got to call some other people. It lets you off the hook so you don't have to explain anything. Okay, so the fact is, folks, you don't have to know it all because you've got technology. Remember how I said technology? You let the videos and the information do all the explaining for you. Now, here's something else you want to might want to write down. The person who masters the art of contacting and inviting will become a millionaire in this field. Okay, so now I can teach John how to send out video links and information links to his people, right, to his database. Then what we do is we send out the video links, so that's step 3. So step 1, create a database. Step 2, call the people or text them the information. Step 3 is send them the video link. Step 4 is follow up. Now you want to write this one down too. The fortune is in the follow-up. Okay, if you're just sending a video to John and you've got the first step done right, and you ring John up, hey John, it's Mark here, got a great business idea, want to run past you. It's a company called INFINii, it's in the e-commerce space, looks really great, yada, yada, yada. Okay, and John says, what is it? You simply say, it's too detailed to explain on the phone, I'll send you the video, and you've done a great job there, but guess what? You don't follow him up the next day. You've just wasted time. So what happens is you've got to give John a phone call the next day and say, John, what's your thoughts on the business? What did you like best about the video? Are you interested in getting involved? Are you interested in knowing more information? All I want to know if John wants to take it further or not. And I'm happy if he does. And guess what? I'm happy if he doesn't. I just want an answer, yay or nay. And that's what you want, folks. Because what we're doing is we're sorting out the entrepreneurs from the non-entrepreneurs. Okay, and I don't want to pressure people to get in. I just want to find people who want something extra in life. And all you people here on this webinar, you're like us and the hundreds of millions of people around the world who want something better. Okay, now what happens here, folks, is I now get Sam to send out, say, 20 videos or 10 video links or emails or texts. And what happens is he's registered 3 people who expressed, yep, I want in, this sounds great, on his left side, and 2 people on his right side. Sue now has got 2 people on her left side and 2 people on the right side. Mark's only got 1 on the left and 3 on the right, and Kim has introduced 2 people left and 3 people right. All we've done is no one had to become an expert on eBay, Amazon, e-commerce. We're going to learn as we go, okay? But we're putting the teams together. We're putting the foundation together, okay? Then what I do is I want to go from Sam, okay? Well, if that's me, okay, I want to go from Sam 20 levels deep, okay? Now, if you can go 20 levels deep, okay, we'll go to the next couple of levels. Now, we've taught some of these people how to do the same thing. Step 1, make a list, call or text, send the videos, and follow up with the people who have expressed interest. So now we're at, say, 3 levels deep. Now, folks, if you can drive this leg, Sam's called what we call a leg. So Pam here has got 4 legs, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we can help Sam drive this leg 20 layers deep, 20 levels deep, okay, and then this leg also 20 levels deep, 15 to 20 levels deep. This one here, 15 to 20 levels deep, 15 to 20 levels deep. Folks, this could take you, you know, it can take you a year, it can take you 12, it can take you 2 years, or whatever the case is. But folks, once you do that, you are going to be making, you could easily be making over $1 million a year plus by doing that. Now, I'll just repeat it again. You want to take the first level, then you want to find some good key players here. Bang, help them register a couple of people. Find a couple of key players, help them register a couple of people. So now you're 3 levels deep from Sam, okay? And then you want to help these people, plug them into the system. We're going to teach people step 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to repeat that over and over again. And we're going to drive these legs 20 levels deep. You want to shake the hand of that person that's 20 levels in deep from your business, and it's going to be computerized, so you'll be able to see that person 20 in depth. You can either shake his hand because he might be in, you can either Skype him or ring him because he might be overseas, or the guy might be local or she might be local. But sooner or later, we're going to meet that person, okay? And that's the goal. You want to shake the hand or say hello to that person that's 20 levels deep from you. Because as I said, folks, if you can drive these legs 20 deep, it's solid, it's secure. Then we're going to teach everybody else to drive the legs 20 deep via the system and technology and so forth. And that's how you're going to have massive e-commerce volume traveling through your organization. Now, let's have a look at the income. Okay, and you're going to have literally thousands of people buying and selling on eBay. And you know what, folks? These people are already doing this. But now we're going to have them involved in our ecosystem. Okay, the INFINii platforms, all right, where we are now all going to benefit. Everyone that's in the system here, the hundreds of thousands of people in the future will all benefit from that. Now, let's have a look at the income. Now, remember, there's 4 legs here. So there's Sam represents a leg, Sue represents a leg, and Mark and Kim represents a leg. So Pam has got 4 legs. If Pam drives these legs 20 deep, and she finds 3 to 4 key people in each of these legs, folks, you don't have to, you're only looking for 3 to 4 people here, okay? 3 to 4, a leader backed up by a leader backed up by a leader. Remember how I said to register 20 people on your left and 20 people on your right, and you're going to find those hot shots that want to do it, okay? Well, the 20 people on the left and the 20 people on the right, if you're going to find those hot shots on the left and right, it works the same principle. You're going to find the hot shots 20 deep, somewhere in between Sam and the 20th person deep. You're going to find that one guy that says, everyone, get out of my way. I'm going to go straight to the top. And you're going to find the other people that want to make $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week, $500 a week, and so forth. And that's all fine, okay? But this is how the numbers work. This is why this is 100% predictable. But let's have a look at the volume. For example, here's 4 people that you've personally sponsored, but you sponsored, say, 20 or 40 people, but you found 4 people in the left leg and you found 4 people in the right leg. Okay, but let's just have a look at this, 2 on the left, 2 on the right in this example. Now, what happens here is Mark's business, or Sam's business now, has done 19,600 points worth of business volume. With this INFINii bonus, you're going to get paid 5% of that business volume. Okay, which is $980. Sue is 21,000 points she's made, and you're going to get 5% of that. You get 5% of Mark's business and 5% of Kim's business at this particular level. Now, folks, in this example, you've personally sponsored 4 people. You sponsored more, but you found 4 goers, okay, who are driven, who have got that ambition that they want a home-based business, they want to retire from their 9 to 5, live a life of abundance and so forth, because they can do it. And folks, there's people out there, look, I've been involved in this industry for 25 years. You should see the amount of people that are making money with this. You know, there's one business that I just admire this young lady. She's 25 years old, totally a different business, a much harder business than this, but she had a massive desire to make a lot of money so she can retire her mother, okay, who was a nurse, I think, but she wanted to bring her mother home. So she went out there and worked. 2 years later, she was making well in excess of $700,000 a year, okay, and that's a tough gig what she was doing, but she had that passion. Okay, but in this example, you've personally sponsored 4 partners, and if you drive these legs, these 4 legs 15 to 20 deep, with 3 to 5 litres in each leg, your income could be well over $1 million per year, folks. 100,000 plus a month that you'd be making. Okay, does it happen overnight? Well, no. It can happen within the next 12 months. And the reason why I say 12 months, I've seen it done in other businesses which are much harder than this particular business here. So 12 months, it can be done. Okay, I'm going to set a goal for that. And the reason I'm going to set a goal for that is like, hey, it'd be nice to make over $1 million a year in 12 months. But I saw what these other guys can do, and they have not had the experience. And these guys these guys are 25 years old to 27 to 30 years old. I'm 52. I've had 25 years experience in the industry, and some of these youngsters have had no experience. But you know why? It's technology now. This is all driven by technology. Laptop millionaires or laptop millionaires or smartphone millionaires. These people are just texting people information to their friends and families around, wherever they are around the world, and also texting information and videos and so forth to people on their Facebook groups and so forth. So technology, it can just, if you plug into it and understand it, okay, in other words, hey, if you can send an email or send a text, you can become a laptop millionaire in this business here, folks. Okay, now, once again, very important you want to pick the people that you're working with, and that's why you've got to put the numbers in. Now, you might be lucky, you might have 4 hotshots that get in, and all of a sudden, you're a laptop millionaire, okay? But you want to learn as you go. All right, because there's going to be someone in your support team that will be able to guide you with by doing this. Okay, because we're going to have systems in place, education systems, videos, tutorials that we'll all be able to learn how this works, folks, and personal development programs, a whole lot. So it's going to be terrific what's going to happen. Now, folks, this here, when I spoke about making $1 million a year, with this pay plan here with the INFINii bonus of 5%, you could be making up to $200,000 as more business volume is generated throughout the world in Sam's business, because there's more people doing more e-commerce on their business. You'd be making $200,000 a month just from Sam's business, and Sue, Mark, and Kim. That's $800,000 a month. Plus, by that time there, folks, you're going to be maxing out the $50,000 a week bonus, which is another $200,000. So when I said you're making over $1 million a year, folks, in this example, and I hope I don't scare you, it's possible to be making $1 million a month with this. Okay, that's the figures. It's just what it is. Okay, and there are people in this industry that are actually making that sort of income in companies that are much harder. Okay, some of these companies, they're promoting coffee. Healthy coffee, which is great, but it's a niche market, that healthy coffee, okay? Here we have products and services that people are buying, millions of products and services around the world. Okay, now, income number 6, which is the last bonus here, is 4% of the global profit with this company is put into a pool. And at the director level, you will be able to access that, okay? And that's why everything works at the director level if you want to make the big dollars, and that's just the start. Now, I just want to run through this very quickly. When you get started, you can get started at Prime. We recommend Surge if you can afford it, or Excel if you can afford it. But Prime, if you can't afford it, come in at Prime at the 50 activity level. But at that level there, you're only getting 10% of the binary, which is fine. We can work our way up. But you're only getting, the only way you can max out $260 a week just on your binary income at that level. Now, the manager level, once again, 50, okay, but you need to have 750 points going through your personal enrollment tree. The most you can make a week is 760, which is still good. But at the regional, you have to upgrade at the 150 at the Surge level, okay? At the Surge level, you'll be able to get 30 Springboard products. You've got a lot more videos that you can learn and establish your own e-commerce business too, okay? But these are the incomes that you can make. National, etc. Now, national is good, but we want to skip right through the builder, manager, regional, and national, because you're only getting 10%, and we want to hit that director in 90 days. Okay. Now, At director, you have 15% of that lesser leg, so you make some very good income there. You need to be on the surge. You need to have 30,000 points going through your personal enrollment tree. In other words, how I showed you the horizontal of Sam, Mark, Kim, and whoever else it was, Sally, I think it was. But anyway, those 4 people, okay. Out of those 4 organisations, or you can have 10 or 20 or 40, but in that example, there needs to be 30,000 points coming from that organisation, anywhere in the world, okay, in 1 month. Now, folks, that's not hard to do, okay. We're going to see people do that in their first month. But once you do that, you're making some good income weekly, and also the PET, okay, you're going to be making $200 a week from each of those lines. But here's the key. You do this by March, all right, and we do it in 90 days, you're going to get a $20,000 bonus. If you do it in 91 days, you're going to get $10,000. If you do it in 9 months, you'll still get the $10,000. If you do it in 9 years, you'll still get the $10,000. But let's do it in 90 days, so you get that extra 10. Okay. Now, here's why you want to do it in 90 days. 1, because it's highly achievable. 2, you're creating that momentum to see you earning that $1 million a year. Because as soon as you get to the director level and you've created that momentum, you're going to fly past these different levels once you learn how to build that binary. Okay. And folks, just in wrapping up here, once you hit the director level there, you're going to, if you want to get to the senior director level, which I'm assuming everyone does, you have to be on the Excel level. Now, here's where some people freak out. They go, oh, Excel, you've got to be, that's $400 a month. Well, hey, you're making $20,000 to $30,000 a month. You know what I mean? We want to cover that cost early, way before then. We want to help you get to, $1,000 a week as quickly as possible, so you're on the Excel level, full stop. Okay. But at this level here, the senior director level, you need to be on the Excel. You need to have 80,000 points going through your group, personal enrollment tree group, in 1 month, and it can be from anywhere around the world. You have to have 20,000 going at minimum from your lesser leg. That's the most you can make per week, and that's the most you can make at the with that 5% INFINii bonus per person. So if you've got, remember how I said 20/20 vision? If you've got 40 of these people and they're all making some good income, folks, you're going to be making some good income there also. Okay. Now let's just look here. The presidential director level. You need 600,000 points going through your business. At that point in time, you can be making $3,500 per person. Now, let's just add this up, and I'll just add this up very quickly. For you to work this out, how many points, how much business volume do you need? Well, you simply look at $3,500. So you go 3,500 divided by 5%. You need 70,000 points coming out of Sam's business, for example, or Kim's business, or Mark's business, or Harry's business. Okay. Now, once Sam does 70,000 points and you reach presidential, you are now making 5% of that 70,000, which is $3,500. Let's assume that you've got 10 of those people, okay, that's doing that. That's $35,000 a week just on this 5% INFINii bonus, okay, and it can be done. Now, I'll show you why it can be done, folks, because the e-commerce world did $11 trillion last year. Imagine when INFINii just does one minute, I'm talking about a minute fraction of that 11 trillion. That's still a huge amount of business volume, in e-commerce business volume going through the INFINii organization. Now, I truly believe, once again, it's a personal opinion, but I believe that INFINii can be doing $10 to $15 billion in business by the year 2020. Crazy goal, but why not? They've put this massive acceleration pay plan together. If they did $2 billion with the other system in 2 years, there's no reason with this system why they can't have 5 to 7, 8 times that amount in the next 4 or 5 years. But guys, set your target here. Reach for the stars here. Hey, set a goal for global ambassador, and let's work backwards. Okay, here. So we set the target here, and we say, okay, well, what do we got to do? Well, step 1. You ready, folks? Step one is make a list of everybody you know, because you want to go 2020. You want to have that 2020 vision. Put together a list of everybody you know, friends, family, co-workers, church people you go to church with, if you go to church, and work associates, sporting clubs, etc. That your sporting groups you belong to or whatever. Put them all on a database, because those people, once again, they're part of those hundreds of millions of people around the world that are looking for something better, but we don't know who they are. Okay, so what we've got to do, that's why we've got to ring them up. Step two, ring them up. Hi, John, Marky. Hi, how's the wife, kids? Yep, great. Listen, John, the reason why I'm calling you is, came across a business idea. It's a company called INFINii. You can mention it or you don't have to mention the company, but it's in the e-commerce space. You know, eBay, Amazon, and so forth. But I think we can make some good money out of it. I just saw it. It's really great. What I want to do is send you a video, or I'll text you a link for it. Okay? You find out whether it's text or video. And then John says, well, what is it? I deflect the what is it question. I simply say to him, listen, John, it's too detailed to explain over the phone, but all the information in the video, I've got to go. I'll send you the video. Bang, it's sent now. I've got to call some other people, talk to you tomorrow. Follow up tomorrow. John, what's your thoughts? What did you like best out of the business? What's your thoughts on what you're seeing? If John's looking, he goes, Mark, that's great. I want in. I send him my link. John can register and pick a platform, and that will help him get started. If John says, no, not interested, no worries, John, we'll have a drink next Friday night after work, or whatever the case is. No big deal, folks. It's so easy. It's 100%. That's what I'm saying. It's 100% predictable. Now, here's another way you can send out information really quick using technology. You might know, you might have 100 friends on your smartphone. Okay, you can just send one text to all these people. You might want to experiment with 20 at a time. Hey guys, here's a great business idea. I want to run past you some great information. Check out the link. I'll get back to you tomorrow. Bang, you've just sent out 20 texts. Okay, and the numbers work for you. Once again, those people will be part of that hundreds of millions of people that are searching for something better. Okay, so that's how that works, folks. Now, more or less I just covered this, so we won't need to cover this, but you want to sponsor at least one person left, one person right for starters this month. As a matter of fact, maybe two left, two right, but definitely have a go at sponsoring one left and one right, okay? Because you want to hit the ground running, and next in January you want to start, maybe another six people left and right and so forth. Then what we do is we teach these people to do the same thing, okay? And all of a sudden you're building that binary, okay? You're driving that depth. All right, and what happens here is these people start to go on. They start building their inside legs, and this guy's building his inside leg, and she's building her left leg and right leg, and this guy's building his left leg. So the inside becomes massive with a lot of business volume, and people are purchasing products and services on these e-commerce platforms all around the world, and you are now getting a small percentage of that because it's in your business, it's in your organization. Okay, now guys, three quick steps. Step one, you want to teach. Well, I'm assuming everyone here's already done this, but you want to now start teaching your people to do the same thing and helping them get started. So register a couple of people by doing that simple list, call, send, follow up, etc. Okay, but you want to register 2 people. You want to help them register 2 people also, so they become beginner qualified, and then you want to set that target for 90 days. Direct a bonus, folks, because you don't want to leave that $20,000 on the table there. All right, and that's how that works. Now, what I want to do is I just want to change gears for a second, because this is what's going to help you believe that you can achieve that sort of success. Okay, everything that we've had in our past, okay, our past experiences, everything that you've experienced in your lifetime, the things that your parents have said to you, your teachers have said to you, your friends have said to you, your boss has said to you, everything that your work colleagues have said to you, everything that you've watched, seen, heard, experienced, or read, all the successes you've had in life, all the failures you've had in life have programmed your subconscious mind. Okay, this is science. This is not new. This is thousands and thousands of years old. People have known this for thousands of years. Once the subconscious mind is programmed, it's like it's on autopilot. You're going to go where that programming takes you. Okay. Now, here is the key to succeed. What happens is your past experiences, okay, has programmed the subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind, we are constantly in a thought process. Every day we've got thousands of thoughts going through our for our mind. Okay, now these thoughts, what they do is they create feelings and emotions. The feelings and emotions that we experience on a daily, okay, they make us perform certain actions. These actions that are repeated over and over again, okay, they create habits. Now these habits, what they do is they create results, and the results create our lifestyle. Okay, this is science. This is, once again, 100%. This is how it works. Okay. Now, as we're traveling through life, we all become dissatisfied in one, as we're traveling through life. Okay. Up and down, up and down. So what happens is some people, they say, there's got to be something better. I'm going to change things this year. Okay, like January, a lot of people do New Year's resolutions. Okay, I'm going to lose weight and make more money. Okay, so what happens is these people, they change the action, and those actions, they still repeat bad habits. They still repeat those same actions over and over again, but they fall into their old habits, which then eventually creates the old results and eventually creates the old lifestyle. People, this is just a painful existence here. People are just on this treadmill, okay? What they don't know is that they've got to come back up here and they've got to reprogram the subconscious mind. Now, how do you do that? Well, very simple. You read. Okay, you get stuck into some positive books. Now, one book that I'm getting stuck into again is a book called, and I recommend everybody get this book. Okay, it's an e-book, or you can get it at a bookstore or whatever. But it's a book, it's an old book, and a lot of you on this call know it, but it's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, I just want to show you some of the chapters in here, okay, and if you get stuck into this book, right, and you read these chapters, where are they here? Okay, the introduction, the first chapter is desire, which is the first step to riches, the starting point of all achievement. The second chapter, or the third chapter, is faith, okay, visualization of and belief in attainment of desire. Now, could you imagine just reading the first chapter, or the second chapter and the third chapter of this Think and Grow Rich, desire and faith, okay? You are now starting to reprogram the subconscious mind. Let's go on to the fourth chapter. It's called auto-suggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. Okay, and the fifth chapter is specialized knowledge. Now, we've got tutorials and all sorts of things that will give us specialized knowledge that we can get information that can reprogram the subconscious mind to hit the end goal. And I'm assuming everyone here would like to make a tremendous amount of income, because that'll help you get your dreams and goals. Okay, and then imagination is the fifth step to riches. It's called the workshop of the mind. So folks, there's many other chapters. So that's just one way of reprogramming, is reading. Okay, another great book is the Magic of Thinking Big, and there's just so many books out there that you can get today, folks. Some of the old ones are just classics, and there's some great new ones out there too. But then also you got live events. You realize that people that go to these live events, Anthony Robbins seminars, and they pick up some stuff and they just turn their lives right around. But because you're getting new experiences, okay, webinars, hopefully this webinar here is giving you some extra ideas to help you reprogram the subconscious mind. Listening to positive and informational CDs. That definitely reprograms the subconscious mind, and the affirmations also. Now, what happens here, folks, is when we start getting into this, okay, what happens is we get new thoughts, which creates new feelings and emotions, which creates new actions. These actions create new habits. The new habits create new results, and the new results creates the new lifestyle that you dream and desire and deserve. But it all takes with understanding your reason, your why. What is your motivation? What's your dream? Because, folks, with this business here, you can have anything you want, okay, from a financial point of view. You're going to help a lot of other people, but if you can define what you want, what is your passion, what is your dream, okay, within a period of 12 months to 2 years to 3 years, if it's a financial dream, if you want a new house, if you want a new car, you want to pay off debt, you want to help charities, you want to travel the world, you want to help your families out, and all sorts of things, whatever your dream is, okay, you can get this with the INFINii business model. But it's a matter of just reprogram the subconscious mind. Now, in wrapping up and summing up, all you got to do is step one, Well, let's go a little bit further. Define your dream. What is it you want? Okay, and I'm just going to have a stab in the dark here, and a lot of people, maybe some of you here on this phone call, on this webinar, might want to retire one day from your daytime job. I know that was a dream of mine when I got started in this industry, but a lot of people want to do that. That might be a dream for you. Imagine making enough money from this business that one day you can just retire from your job. Instead of ringing up sick, you ring up well. Well, what? Well, I'm not coming in again every game. You know, you're overqualified for that job because you're making 3 or 4 times more money. Retire from it and give it to somebody else, okay? But that could be a dream of yours. But you work out what you actually want to do, folks. Very, very important. Step 2 is you want to make a list of all the people you know. Call the people or text the people, send them the videos and follow them up, and repeat that process. And then get stuck into the system here, learn all about it, and it's just all part-time, folks. This doesn't take long, could be a couple of hours a week even, okay? And that's how that works. So, folks, we have a fantastic business opportunity. This is ground floor, so there's a few teething problems that we're going to have to get over. Okay, and the company is working around the clock to sort of little teething problems out so we can hit the ground running in 2016, January 2016. I'm going to have a webinar that you can bring people to at 8:30 on Tuesday. It's not going to be a webinar like this. It'll be an introduction webinar that will explain about the business, a little bit more about the business. This is a teaching and training session for people who are involved in the business. But we're going to have a webinar on Tuesday night and Wednesday night, and then we're going to leave it for the year, and then we're going to start having more webinars in the first week of January. So, folks, I congratulate you for being here. Gee, we've gone over an hour here. I apologize, but I congratulate you for being here. Have a great Monday at work tomorrow, and if one of your dreams is to retire from that 9-to-5er, hey, you could be only 12 months away from that. Folks, congratulations, and we'll catch you on the next webinar. Thank you.